Hello guys, Wally here, and this is a video response to Cubehamster's real alternating current in Minecraft. Now, I was playing around with the comparators, and I was actually trying to do something different. Just playing around to see if I could make them do anything cool, and basically I accidentally made Cubehamster's circuit, however, with much fewer comparators and repeaters and power sources and whatnot. Now this was the one I basically made this and then hooked this onto the end when I realised what it was that I'd made. As you can see, it runs the same, pretty much identically to Cubehamster's, but there are only 5 comparators and 2 repeaters and 1 torch in this design, accidental design, which allowed me to compact it down quite a bit there. This is basically the same elements minus that repeater. Yeah, it works pretty well, I think. As far as I can tell, the results are the same. It's lagging my game slightly at the moment. It's reasonably smooth. There's a small pause between it getting to the end and starting to retract, but having just rewatched Cube's video, I noticed his seems to do the same. But yeah, basically, in this version, what we've got 2 of the same imperfect memory cells that Cube uses, and it works in a reasonably similar manner. It's kind of a bit of circular logic here, so we need to choose to explain it. I need to choose an artificial start point. So if we imagine there's no power in either of these clocks, that means this comparator is off, there are no lights on, and this torch would be on because there's nothing powering it. What happens is, as far as I can tell, and I might be wrong about this, so feel free to correct me, what happens is, I'm going to refer to cycles because I don't quite know how this, I think each cycle must be a tick, I guess, but I'm not entirely certain. So in the first cycle, no power out here, this torch is on, no power in any of this. In the second cycle, we get a power level of 14. As the power comes off the torch to here, we get a power level of 14 on this piece of redstone into the side of the comparator, and power goes through here and through the block, through this repeater, through this comparator, into the block, and in here. Now this comparator is in subtraction mode, so and it's the only one in subtraction mode, so we effectively, because this is power level 15, comparator passes that into here and on, so we get a result of 15 minus 14, so we get 1 light on. Now each cycle, this for the next 14 cycles, this clock here, memory cell here, reduces by 1 redstone level every cycle, because there's 1 too many pieces of redstone for it to hold the current in the way that comparators work. While there is still current on this side, this repeater will lock this clock at power 15, so nothing will change on this side. So you then get a cycle, the next cycle, this was at 14, it's now at 13, so you've got 15 minus 13, 2. Then it cycles down to 12, 15 minus 12, 3, and so on and so on and so on, until the last piece of current leaves this system, and this repeater switches off. Then at that point, what happens is this clock is able to start cycling down as well. Now this clock is starting at 15, so when this reaches 0 we get maximum signal length, and then every cycle this drops a power length and a lamp goes off as it goes down from 15 down to 0. As it hits 0, when it hits 0, this torch will come back on. There are no lamps on, this torch comes back on, and it starts to cycle all over again. So it's pretty much the same thing as cubes, but smaller and more resource friendly. So yeah, yeah, that was just an attempt to see if I could get it to go very fast, but something strange happens. I think the torches are burning out very quickly or something. I don't know. Or it doesn't have time to power all the way up. It only gets up to signal level 4. But yeah, so that's a bit of a failure. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there. I don't have any more idea on what use this could have than Mr. Hamster did when he put his video up. So, but if anyone comes up with a use, this is a slightly more compacted design for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves.